Welcome back to another video. So today we are back to review the new Kagurabachi chapter 3. So it just came out today, and I was starting to get a little bored with this chapter for a bit, but I'm actually really excited because the next chapter is going to be pretty sick. I don't know if we're taking a 2-week break or a 1-week break. It hasn't told me on the app yet, but we're going to get a big fight soon, and I'm excited to see how it goes. So let's just get into the chapter. So the chapter starts off with us meeting a brand new character. This character is talking about how in Japan, katanas are legal, but you're supposed to be using it for your own self-defense, but a lot of groups like the Hisaku use it as a way to create stronger members, basically a stronger army, and that they're always trying to find new ways to become stronger. And they also inform that Tokyo has more than 1,000 sorcerers, more than any other place. So I don't know if this means that the story is going to take place mostly in Tokyo, that this is basically the hive mind where all the sorcerers are. So I'm pretty sure that this is where we're going to probably see most of the fights take place for a while, or maybe the whole show will take place in Tokyo from now on. But that's what the chapter, I think, is inferring to us. So after she says that, we actually learn her name. Her name is Hinao, and this is actually a flashback from 3 years ago, right after Chihiro's dad passes away. And they actually go to talk to her because she's basically a spokesperson for these sorcerers, and they're trying to get more information on what happened to Chihiro's dad. And this is the first time that they all meet each other. And then we actually cut away back to the present time, and we actually see Hinao chilling in her store and actually sees this child that walks through the door. And then we learn that Hinao was the one that gave them that lead from the last chapter. So Chihiro and Shiba show up to her store, and they're all like catching up, and then Chihiro asks about that enchanted blade. And then Hinao informs him that she got that lead from this child, and they actually see the child, and she's laying down on the couch. So Hinao tells them that this child is the one that told her about this sorcerer. Chihiro and Shiba are pretty like sus about it. They're not really sure if the child is just having a child's imagination or telling the truth. And then the child actually wakes up and starts asking, are y'all the sorcerers that's gonna protect me? And then Shiba's already like really sus on her, like, yo, like, I need to know, like, is this dead ass? Like, are you for real? Like, first off, where's the guy that's hunting after you? And for some reason, the child doesn't want to really explain it, really. They start asking her questions like, yo, do you have a mom or a dad? And then she says no. And so Chihiro automatically feels some type of sympathy or empathy for this child because he's also an orphan, doesn't have a father, doesn't have his mother. And then starts asking the child, like, have you eaten? Like, how are you doing? And the child basically is telling him that, like, I'm hungry, I haven't eaten anything. And so they actually go to the shop while Shiba is waiting outside. The child finally introduces herself as Char. And then Chihiro's like, oh, we're doing introductions. My name is Chihiro. And Chihiro's just asking her, like, can I get any more information? Like, what else do you know? And also, after this whole situation, I'm going to be taking you to the orphanage because you need to be around kids around your age. And then Char's like, I thought you were going to protect me. I don't want to be there. Like, I thought the food was the seal of the deal that you're going to watch over me. And then Chihiro's like, I did not say anything about that, bro. This whole place is not a place to be playing around. You need to be around kids your own age. And also, I need to know if you're playing with me. And Char's like, I'm not playing around. Like, there's dead ass someone after me. And then Chihiro's like, can you tell me who's the bad guy after you? And then Char's like, doesn't want to say anything. And then so Chihiro asks a different question. He actually asks, what type of sword does the person have? And then Char says a cloud comes out of it. And I like this panel a lot because as soon as Char says that, right, we actually see like a person. So pay attention to him. You see him walk in. He's got like these nice pants and even has like this symbol on the back of his shirt. Pay attention to him, right? And so as soon as Char says a cloud comes out of it, immediately Chihiro flashbacks to one of the swords that is at his dad's house, which I really like. I hope that if throughout the rest of the series, every time we learn about an enchanted blade, I hope they like flashback to Chihiro looking at the sword in his head because he knows all the swords because those are his father's swords, and of course he's gonna know them. So I kind of like that panel where it's just like he immediately cuts to like a sword with a cloud coming out of it. I know exactly what sword that is, and I like that a lot. This also makes it cool because whenever he fights the sword, he knows some ways that he could probably get around the weapon. He's not going to be surprised by it because he knows all the weapons. So I think that's going to be really cool when that happens later on. And so Chihiro's immediately like, oh shit, is it a coincidence? Like a cloud? Like, that's too specific. And then Chihiro's like, are you dead ass? Chihiro starts asking other questions. And he says, did the bad guy have a flame symbol on his hand? So I'm thinking he's immediately cutting to that big villain we saw from the second chapter and the first chapter. That one with the symbol on his hand. I'm assuming that's the fire symbol. I don't know if everyone has that. Right now I'm trying to remember if everyone had that exact same symbol, but we know for sure that he's definitely talking about the villain that we saw from the first chapter. While Chihiro and Char are talking, there's this argument happening right behind him. And it's the waiter getting mad about how this guy is here and not ordering anything. And Chihiro and Char are trying to ignore it. And then immediately the guy that's getting yelled at by the restaurant owner actually hits him with a chopstick. and then says like, this is a surprise, like you have a bodyguard. And he's actually talking to Char, right? And the Chihiro's like, what are you doing here? And then the guy says invincible, and it's like this, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. If you know what this is, let me know. That circle ball thing, it basically is called invincible or something like that. And literally the guy just blows up everybody inside the building, right? I don't know if it's like a cloud bomb or something like that, but Chihiro gets blown the fuck up. Like he literally like gets taken out of the building, right? And then everyone's like, what was that? Is that a sorcerer? We gotta run. And then Chihiro realizes that Char wasn't lying, like someone's after her, and what Char saw was an enchanted blade. And this sorcerer that is attacking them right now is definitely working with whoever has it. And then is wondering like, why is Char getting chased? Like what specifically does everybody want with her? And then Chihiro apologizes to Char that he doubted her. And we actually get the end of the chapter where we see the guy with Char like in his hand, like I guess he has her like attached to like this rope or whatever. And you see like he has these like the circle things that blew up Chihiro earlier. And then Char's like, please save me. And then like Chihiro's like, I got you, bro, I'm gonna save you. And that's the end of the chapter. And so I was getting a little bored with this chapter for a bit, because the beginning of the chapter was like, you know, introducing Hinao and then Char. But then at the end of the chapter, I really liked how the end of the chapter shaped up, where we got to see this new villain. This guy doesn't have a sword or anything. He doesn't have an enchanted blade. So that tells me like, okay, we're not rushing through this manga. Like there's definitely gonna be, they're not gonna just immediately get through some things, because it felt like the manga was moving a little fast, especially with showing all of the flashback and showing what happened 3 years ago. But I am liking that we're not immediately hopping in to, oh, the first person he meets at this in Tokyo is the person with the enchanted blade. And we know that the enchanted blade that we're probably going to go for first is the cloud one, right? And this guy, we don't know his name yet. We're going to know his name probably next chapter. But this is the guy that was sent by the cloud sword person to hunt down Chihiro. And he has like these balls, like I said earlier, and they're not cloud bombs, I believe. I think they're just bombs. They basically explode. Like he says invincible, and then they explode. So I'm assuming he has an ability where he's able to use like, I guess like his energy or whatever to make these bombs explode. And it looks like he can just, either they reform after they blow up, or he can just make them. We're not sure yet. We're gonna know that next chapter. But I really like this guy's design. I like his shoes. I like the pants. I like the vest. And I do like the earrings. I think that's pretty hard. And I think that's his hair. I don't think that's a hat. I think he just has literally a high top fade. And I think that's hard as hell. Reminding me once again that this mangaka is really, really good at drawing. But I think that's everything I want to talk about in this video. I'm really, really excited to see where this fight's gonna go, especially because this is gonna be the second fight that we've had in the manga so far, and I can't wait to see what more this mangaka can do, especially with their paneling and how they write their fights, because the only fight we've seen is the first fight where he literally murders everybody. So I definitely want to see a fight in this sorcerer power system that is Kagurabachi. But thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit that bell been posted consistently. I'm gonna see you guys next time, and let me know down below what you think about this new chapter, and are you excited for the fight that's gonna start next week. And I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace.